There are many, many, many magical places in the Chesapeake Bay. This is one of them. We are at the Teachers on the Estuary workshop. We are a group of really dedicated science nerds from NOAA and the Chesapeake Bay National Estuary Research Reserve and Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
Go off and explore.
It's not that I didn't expect that there would be great people to work with. I guess it's just above and beyond what I had really hoped.
We're able to do a 5-day teacher training at a really unique and beautiful location. We are locally significant in each reserve, but nationally relevant.
These are some of the, quote-unquote wild spots that we have left in this part of the country.
Can you explain the thinking again?
We get teachers right on the boat the minute they step foot on the Karen Noonan Center. We talk to them about what it means to be a waterman. Our driving question is, how do we monitor for changes in the Chesapeake Bay, and what do those changes mean? The remainder of the week, we try and answer that question.
Our trip to Smith Island was a really interesting, heartfelt trip. We have concerns about coastal flooding. They have concerns about where their children are going to live.
Our independence is what kept us here for well over 100 years. Good point. And our independence has helped us to adapt to whatever we need to adapt to.
So how can we make a very good solution to some problems, not only on Smith Island, but problems for a lot of the coastal areas of all different parts of our country? And the other thing that really surprised me is how many different tools were brought to this course. I did not expect to see a table full of so many different tools and be allowed to touch them myself.
This is a sediment core?
Okay.
We give them access to a ton of different instruments. We have them do a little bit of a field investigation.
It's 70
with no real true guidance except that one driving question. And they need to come up with their own smaller investigative question to monitor for some kind of change that they might be curious about.
Can you repeat the Celsius, please? 27.0.
We start to put the story together of what the data is telling us.
That's really cool.
We look at the
Come check out this
system-wide monitoring program that the Research Reserve has, which has a really great graphing tool for teachers in the classroom.
So play with that for a second, and then we'll come around and check stuff out and answer questions.
We have our mentor teacher talk to the teachers about how she incorporates all of this stuff into her classroom practice.
I'm really learning how these scientific processes all come together. So in my instruction, how that changes things is when I go back and plan, I now have a new toolbox to use.
And then we get a tour of the Horn Point Oyster Hatchery. These are people that are taking the science and looking at the data and turning it into some kind of behavior change, some restoration activity, something that they can affect in a positive way. Friday, we do some reflection.
Good.
We've been breathing the salt air and we've been getting our feet and hands wet and dirty. Now what? Now what are we going to do with all this stuff that we've taken in? Even though they're not here this week, students are a really big piece of this workshop.
It's not a cliche to say that they're going to be the leaders of tomorrow, because they are. They are going to be the ones who are really affected by what we do today.
How can we take what they are wondering, what they are curious about, what they want to investigate, and really teach them how to take that investigation, drive that passion, and grab some really reliable data.
They have the capacity to continue throughout their lives to use the experiences the teachers share with them that they may have learned here at this training, and to become caretakers of their communities and of natural places.